Just at the age of 19, he's already attracting the kind of attention usually reserved for cricket legends. His name? Lhuan-Dre Pretorius. And while the world is only starting to learn about him, insiders say he's already living like a millionaire. With designer fits, expensive tech, early investments and big league contracts on the table, this teenager is turning potential into a full-blown lifestyle. Before we reveal the millionaire lifestyle of Africa's teenage star, hit that like button and subscribe. Picture this. A teenager who wakes up in a luxury mansion, drives cars worth more than houses, and has a bank account that would make grown men jealous. But here's the shocking part. He's not from a wealthy family, he's not a social media influencer, and this 18-year-old just bought a $250,000 Lamborghini with his cricket earnings. While most teenagers are asking for pocket money, smash that subscribe button right now because you won't believe what happens next in the millionaire Kwena Mafaka's story. Today we're diving deep into the extraordinary life of Kwena Mafaka, the South African cricket sensation. Trust me, his story will completely change how you think about age and success. Let's start from the very beginning. Picture this. Johannesburg, South Africa, 2006. A baby boy is born into a middle-class family with dreams bigger than their bank account. His name is Kwena Mafaka, and from the moment he could walk he was different. While other kids were playing with toys, Kwena was fascinated by anything round that he could throw. His parents noticed something special about their son when he was just 5 years old. During a family cricket match in their backyard, little Kwena picked up a tennis ball and threw it so fast and accurately that it left everyone speechless. But here's where the story gets interesting. Kwena wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. His father worked as a school teacher, and his mother was a nurse. They lived in a modest home in a township where cricket wasn't the most popular sport. Football dominated the streets, and most kids dreamed of becoming the next big soccer star. But Kwena was different. He saw cricket as his ticket to a better life, and he was willing to work harder than anyone else to make it happen. The journey wasn't easy. Picture a 7-year-old boy waking up at 5 in the morning, running to the local cricket ground with a worn-out kit bag that was twice his size. The cricket nets were old, the balls were damaged and the equipment was barely functional. But Kwena didn't care. He would spend hours practicing his bowling action, perfecting his grip, and studying the game. His coach, an elderly man named Mr. Tabo, saw something special in Kwena and decided to mentor him for free. Here's what made Kwena different from other young cricketers: his mental strength. While other kids would get frustrated after a bad session, Kwena would analyze what went wrong and work even harder the next day. He developed a routine that would make professional athletes jealous. School from 8 to 3, cricket practice from 4 to 7, homework until 9, and then studying cricket videos until bedtime. His parents were initially worried about his obsession, but they soon realized that their son had found his calling. The breakthrough came when Kwena was just 14 years old. During a local tournament, he bowled out an entire team for just 37 runs. The video of his performance went viral on social media, and suddenly, cricket scouts from all over South Africa were calling his phone. But here's the twist that nobody expected. Kwena wasn't ready to leave home yet. He made a mature decision that shocked everyone. He told the scouts that he wanted to finish his basic education first, and continue developing his skills locally. This decision proved to be genius. For the next 2 years, Kwena dominated every tournament he played in. His left-arm fast bowling became legendary in South African youth cricket. He was taking wickets at an average that professional bowlers would envy. But more importantly, he was learning how to handle pressure, media attention, and expectations. By the time he was 16, Kwena had become the most talked about young cricketer in South Africa. The IPL auction of 2024 changed everything. Kwena was the youngest player to be selected, and the bidding war that followed was intense. Multiple teams wanted him, but Mumbai Indians made the winning bid. The contract was worth $300,000 for his first season, making him one of the highest-paid teenage cricketers in IPL history. But the real shock came when Quaina received his first paycheck. Instead of going on a spending spree like most teenagers would, he did something completely unexpected. He bought a Lamborghini Huracan Evo. Not just any Lamborghini but a limited edition model worth $250,000. The car was matte black with custom rims and interior modifications. When photos of Quaina with his new car surfaced on social media, the internet went crazy. Critics called him flashy and irresponsible. Supporters said he deserved to enjoy his success. But Quaina had a different explanation that silenced everyone. In an interview, he said the car wasn't just a purchase, it was a symbol. Every time he looked at it, he remembered where he came from and how far he had traveled. The car represented every early morning practice session, every rejection, every doubt, and every small victory that led to this moment. It was his way of honoring his journey and motivating himself to achieve even greater things. But the car was just the beginning. Quaina's performance in his debut IPL season was nothing short of spectacular. In his very first match, he took 4 wickets and helped his team win a crucial game. The way he celebrated, the way he handled the pressure, and the way he carried himself on the field showed maturity beyond his years. Cricket experts started comparing him to some of the greatest fast bowlers in history. What happened next was a perfect storm of talent, timing, and smart decision-making. Quaina's social media following exploded overnight. Endorsement deals started pouring in from major brand, energy drink companies, sportswear manufacturers, and luxury watch brands all wanted to associate with him. Within 6 months, his annual income had crossed the $1 million mark. But here's what makes Quaina's story even more impressive. He wasn't just earning money, he was investing it wisely. Working with a team of financial advisors, Quaina started building a real estate portfolio. He bought properties in Johannesburg and Cape Town, focusing on areas with high growth potential. He also invested in his former cricket academy, helping them upgrade their facilities and provide better training equipment. But the biggest investment was in himself. He hired a personal trainer, a nutritionist, and a mental conditioning coach. Quaina understood that his body and mind were his most valuable assets. The mansion came next. After months of searching, Quaina found the perfect property in an exclusive gated community outside Johannesburg. The house was worth over $1 million and had everything a young millionaire could want: 5 bedrooms, an infinity pool, a home theater, and most importantly, a professional cricket net in the backyard. The day he moved in, Quaina invited his parents, his first coach Miss Tabo, and his childhood friends for a celebration dinner. But success also brought challenges that nobody talks about. The pressure to perform was immense. Every match was analyzed, every ball was scrutinized, and every mistake was magnified. There were nights when Quaina couldn't sleep, wondering if he was good enough to maintain his success. The media attention was overwhelming, and maintaining privacy became almost impossible. Paparazzi followed him everywhere, and rumors about his personal life started circulating. Speaking of personal life, Quaina's dating situation became a hot topic in South African entertainment circles. He was linked to several models and actresses, but he kept his relationships private. Eventually, he started dating a fellow South African model named Zara, and their relationship became the subject of constant media attention. They were spotted at charity events, fashion shows, and romantic getaway. But both Quaina and Zara handled the attention with grace, focusing on their careers while supporting each other's dreams. The real test of Quaina's character came during his second IPL season. After a series of outstanding performances, he had one really bad match, where he gave away 60 runs in 4 overs. The criticism was brutal. Social media was filled with negative comments, and some people started questioning whether he was just a one-season wonder. This was the moment that would define his career and his character. Instead of hiding or making excuses, Quaina faced the criticism head-on. He analyzed his performance, identified his mistakes, and worked harder than ever to improve. He spent extra hours in the nets, studied videos of his bowling action, and worked with his coaches to fix technical issues. 2 weeks later, he delivered a match-winning performance that reminded everyone why he was considered special. This experience taught Quena valuable lessons about resilience, humility, and continuous improvement. He realized that success wasn't just about talent, it was about how you handle failure and bounce back stronger. He started sharing these lessons with young cricketers through his social media platforms and speaking engagements at schools and cricket academies. Quena's business ventures expanded beyond cricket and real estate. He launched a sports training center in Gauteng, focusing on developing young talent from underprivileged communities. The center provided free coaching, equipment, and mentorship to kids who couldn't afford professional training. This wasn't just a business venture for Quena, it was his way of giving back to the community that supported him during his early years. The financial success continued to grow. By 2025, Quena's net worth had crossed the $2 million mark. His income sources were diversified: IPL salary, endorsement deals, appearance fees, business investments, and real estate profits. He was also in talks with international cricket leagues in Australia and England, which could potentially double his annual income. But perhaps the most impressive aspect of Quena's story is how he managed to stay grounded despite his rapid rise to fame and fortune. He still lived with his parents during the off-season, still visited his childhood coach regularly, and still remembered the names of everyone who helped him along the way. He established a foundation that provided scholarships to promising young cricketers and funded the development of cricket facilities in townships across South Africa. The lifestyle changes were obvious but not excessive. Quena enjoyed luxury, but he wasn't wasteful. He traveled business class, stayed in 5-star hotels, and enjoyed fine dining, but he also maintained his fitness routines, study habits, and family relationships. He understood that his cricket career had a limited lifespan, so he was preparing for life beyond the sport. His daily routine was disciplined and purposeful. Morning workouts, cricket practice, business meetings, media obligations, and family time were all carefully balanced. He used technology to optimize his performance, tracking everything from his bowling speed to his sleep pattern. But he also made sure to disconnect regularly, spending time in nature and pursuing hobbies like photography and music. The future looks incredibly bright for Quena Mafaka. He's already in discussions with major international cricket leagues, potential movie deals about his life story, and business partnerships that could expand his brand globally. There are rumors about him becoming the face of cricket for the next generation, representing not just South Africa but the entire continent of Africa on the world stage. But beyond the money, fame, and success, Quena's story represents something much bigger. He's proof that age doesn't determine ability, that dreams can become reality with enough hard work, and that success is most meaningful when it's shared with others. He's inspiring millions of young people around the world to pursue their passions fearlessly, and to never let anyone tell them they're too young to achieve greatness. As we wrap up this incredible journey through Quena Mafaka's life, remember that his story is still being written. At just 18 years old, he's already accomplished more than most people do in a lifetime. But knowing Quena's character and ambition, this is just the beginning. The next chapter promises to be even more exciting, challenging, and inspiring. Hit that subscribe button if you want to follow more incredible success stories like Quena's journey from township cricket to millionaire status. The lesson from Quena's story is simple but powerful. Success isn't about where you start, it's about how determined you are to reach your destination. Age is just a number when you have talent, dedication, and the courage to dream big. Whether you're interested in cricket, business, or just looking for inspiration to chase your own dreams, Quena Mafaka's story proves that anything is possible when you're willing to work for it.